Okay, so here we are with my next project. This is going to be my next build, or my second build. This is an old Trek mountain bike that I bought back when I was about 24 years old. First bike I bought with my own money. It's a Trek Mountain Track 820, killer bike. I think it was originally a 3x7, if I'm not mistaken. So beautiful, still in really good condition. A couple of bits around, little nicks in here and there that are kind of rusted, but I can buff them out with some steel wool. See how that goes. Here's the fork that goes with it, just cleaned it. Got an FSA headset, real nice, didn't cost me much, got it on eBay. I got a Brooks saddle with the cutout. I think that's a B17, I gotta check that out. Look it up actually, I gotta look that up. Got some 26-inch rims, a nice cool stem by Nitto. I've got two sets of handlebars here. I got a really nice, I think cool handlebar that I would like, but I'm making this build mostly for my wife, and she's probably gonna prefer this one. This one's got a high rise and nice sweep. So this is definitely comfortable. This one is definitely cooler. We'll see how that turns out. Got some Ori grips, got some bar tape. I'm not gonna use bar tape. Put that in the bin. This is my Bougie Paul V-brakes. Front and back set. Let's go down here. I've got my 10-speed rear derailleur, 10-speed cassette, 10-speed chain. Got some Tektro brake levers. Got the shifting lever, right side only. I want to make this a 1x, so this is going to be a 1x10. Here's my cable and housing set. Here's my Diori crank set. Don't know how many teeth, gotta count them. Got some Billy Bonkers 26-inch Schwalbe tires. I love Schwalbe, I'm a big fan. And in the middle, I've got some 26-inch inner tubes. So I think that covers it all. I think I got everything I need. Damn it, did I forget this again? Here's my bottom bracket. I don't know if I included that. Bottom bracket. That should work. Well, that's it. I'm gonna get started on the tires later. Alright, so this original bike had this housing that's not reinforced at all. It looks like a piece of spaghetti. But anyways, what it did was protect my brake cable here from being naked. But this housing, this skinny little housing, is forced to run through this sort of S-curved piece of metal hollow tube. And I had cantilever brakes and it worked with that, but with these V-brakes, these motor lights, it just wasn't working. So I said, screw this, I ditched it. I used regular brake housing and ran it, bypassed this and ran it straight into the noodle, and it worked, it was perfect. When you're dealing with these motor lights, you really gotta crank on these nuts. So you use a 5mm with a 15mm, and you loosen here, and then you crank on this guy, and then you tighten here, and you put it just enough so you can get the tension that you want. I had to look at some videos to figure that out because the instructions that came in the box were a little wonky. But anyway, got a nice Shimano Diore crankset or drivetrain. Got the matching 10-speed derailleur with the 10-speed cassette. I got everything dialed in. It's looking good. Got a nice B17 with the cutout, so you get a nice testicular comfort. Got me some Ori grips. The Paul levers. These are long pull to match the motor lights. These motor lights are long pull brakes, so you got to have matching levers. If not, shit doesn't work. But anyway, super happy, super stoked with the way things are working. I finally dial in and index the gears, so everything's beautiful. I'm happy as hell, but I got to do the maiden voyage, so let's see. The headset might be a little tight. I might need to loosen that, and I think the best way is just, I think the tightening one on the headset is this guy down here. So I'll loosen this up, loosen this guy, and then tighten this guy down, and that should give me some loosey-goosey feeling there in the headset. But I think I'm good. I think I'm good. The bike has been completely rebuilt. Everything on here is new with the exception of these cables. This is an original brake cable. I just reused it, and that's it. Everything else is new. All right, so there you have it. Nitto, killer Nitto handlebar, killer Nitto quill stem, the motor light brakes with the matching Paul levers up here, brake levers, Brooks saddle, Billy Bonker's tan sidewalls, killer. And I threw these MKS. I might switch these out for these pretzel ones that I like, because it doesn't matter. This one you need to press on this side, not on this side. It kind of sucks flipping around and farting around with it. But they look cool and I had them, so I just put them on there. But I'll probably switch those out. But other than that, man, bike is complete. So this is about a 95, 96 Trek Mountain Track 820. Complete transformation.